wanted to go live on YouTube or they wanted to start their stream in YouTube before they actually went live in the BR app. So I just started the RTMP out, and you can see right now I'm in the YouTube studio. I pushed that out, but I'm still not live. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I'm in. If you looked in the BR app, I still have the slate up or whatever, right? And I could be in this state for a long time, and this just allows me to check to make sure everything's working in Twitch or YouTube or these other places, and then I can kind of, check there or whatever. It's nice to have some segmentation. We could do something similar to that, where if it is maybe a sponsored event, would this always be on a sponsored event?
No, but I think it would always be a produced event.
Okay.
Right, Sanella? Well, like anything that has ads or a highly produced event, a la studio show, there's going to be probably pre-checks and everything that needs to happen. Whether it's
yes. Yeah. Whether it's sold is like separate, but I'm trying to determine if there's like a good indication through like the event creation process.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for too, Will. Like what triggers this new interface?
It might need to be a new trigger, honestly.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, I don't.
Is this a produced show? Right? It's just a Boolean.
Mm-hmm.
Like if produced show, you get like the ad sponsorships, you get like all of that, you get, yeah, it should be like the way button. Yeah, the way
maybe we add a separate button that says something like, I don't know, if we're only going to show it to producers, we can call it whatever, something very specific to their lingo. We just add a button that when they click it, and they don't have to click it, right? So we can keep it there almost permanently.
Yep.
And if they want to click it, then it cuts the VOD afterwards. If they don't want to click it, they just hit go live.
Yeah, and then what it would do is if they don't click it, you get the full VOD, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there also has to be some indication that they have clicked it, right?
Yeah, like a timer that shows that it, or something like a, you're
Yeah.
right.
Actually, that's a good point. So like how long since you clicked it, right? Because we know now that it takes between like 30, well, Will today only have to wait 4 minutes for a pre-roll to show up. But I think we're saying it takes between like around an hour for all the ads to be ingested and whatnot.
No. So Nella, sorry, let me walk through kind of what I'm thinking in my head and correct me if I'm I see where you're kind of going, but the idea is that as soon as that producer clicks that button, that's the beginning of the VOD. So there's no like, it's a marker pretty much to say, you know, VOD starts here, right? So the idea would be, you know, Sean is in this state right now.
Yeah.
We're doing audio checks. We're doing everything. It's the encoder spun up. It's running. Other people can see it. We're doing all our pre-checks, everything. Okay, we're good to go. Slate goes on, coming soon or upcoming. And then, you know, production has the opportunity that's like, hey, we want to include like 5 seconds of Slate, you know, just to like, especially if there's a sponsorship Slate presented by AT&T.
Yeah.
They say VOD starts now. They drop the Slate. Welcome everybody. We're, you know, talking about NFL today, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
I'm following.
So maybe just changing this button. So there's still go live because they want to go live. Everyone knows what that means, but you know it's not going to be hitting the app. And then the button changes to start VOD now or something like that.
Yeah. Most production people, I think, understand the terminology around program start, but I think we can shop the idea to say like, you know.
Yeah. So maybe just reuse the change the button. And really all the button does then is clip the VOD differently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think I get that.
And Sanella, sorry, I wasn't trying to, that's like simpler, right? Because it's not a timer or anything. It's just actions happen that a producer knows, you know, this is the process to flow.
Yeah, I'm just thinking sometimes there are two producers, right? So let's say something happens, somebody has to leave halfway through, just some kind of an indication that this button was tapped and that there isn't going to be an hour between, you know, of just the slave time when this replay is ready. Do you know what I mean? So just like an indicator that this was somehow done.
Yeah.
That's fine. However we achieve that. I think it's confusing language to say start WAD or something like that while the video is still literally being live. I think like just adding the WAD language into a live stream is confusing.
Okay.
Unless you're saying that shows up there after the live is over, which I think we're not talking about that because that defeats the whole point.
Yeah. I don't know, program start maybe, something like that.
That's the language. Like most production people, especially as you get into like super high value, you know, they use programs as kind of a common thing. So if do you have the opportunity, by the way, to change this go live language for just producers?
Yes.
So if you have the opportunity for that, you could say like, go, you know, live pre-checks or something. Right?
Yeah.
And then that way they know they're in this pre-check phase.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. We could change the language here. So I think just maybe like, I think I understand the requirements from like, is this something that you want by the 28th? No. Okay.
I think we have a workaround.
We have
because this is the work that we're discussing here is to alleviate the need to cut a new VOD, right? Like it, because what's captured would just be to Phil's point, maybe the sponsored beginning slate and then the rest of the VOD. Whereas our plans for the 28th are to still have a VOD that has the pre-check piece captured and then just cut it.
Yeah.
Which works for now as a,
you can cut it and then we can upload it on the back end if you wanted us to upload it on the back end. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's our plan. I don't want to rush to introduce a new flow and cause more problems. Like that's a recipe for disaster. But I do want to do this right though, not just to solve the ad problem, Sanella and Will, and tell me if I'm crazy. Like this feature would be used for our very highly produced shows that might or might not have a sponsorship.
Yep. Agreed there.
Yeah.
Specifically the might or might not. It's good to account for both.
Yeah. And then also, I mean, when it comes to language and like exactly what this button says, I think our best path is just to ask Arham and JRK, does this make sense? And like, what would make more sense, right? Like, we're not the target audience for how to use this, but making sure it aligns to them, I think that makes sense.
Okay.
We're turning Hot Mic into like a real production.
I love it.
I know, production and a programming tool.
It'll
No,
be
it
the
really-
full
it really
one-stop
is.
shop.
This is how production shops, like people in like at NBA games, this is actually what they do, right? They
Yeah.
spin up everything, they do checks, audio checks,
Yeah.
everything like that. So
Yeah. Awesome.
Question. This is really just for Phil.
Mhm.
Thinking about the 28th specifically.
Yeah.
When an asset is clipped,